Yeah. In the previous video, we discussed about the factors affecting rate of reaction. Now we are starting with that what are the major factors which affect the rate of reaction. Apart from all general factors we discussed, the major factors are: number one is concentration of reactants. Two is temperature. Three is pressure. If the reactants are gases, if gases are there. Now, if we talk about the first factor, that is concentration of reactants. So, if we express the rate of reaction in terms of the concentration of reactants, we call it as, that expression is called as rate law. So, now what is rate law? Say we have an equation, that is A moles of A reacting with B moles of B gives C moles of C and D moles of D. So this is the reaction. Now here in this reaction, A and B are reactants, and A and B, small letter A and B, are the stoichiometric coefficient in the balanced chemical equation. Now it is not necessary that whatever the stoichiometric coefficients are indicated in the balanced chemical equation, all are affecting the rate of reaction. It is something else, or it may be something else which is actually affecting the rate of reaction, right? So in terms of that coefficients only we express the rate law. So what is the rate law? How do we express it? That is, rate is directly proportional to A raised to power x into B raised to power y. So here A may be equal to x, or it may not be equal to x. Similarly, B may be equal to y or may not be equal to y. Now, what is then what I am trying to say here? Say for example, we are taking 5 moles in the balanced chemical equation. Say here it is A is 5. So it is not necessary that all 5 are participating in the reaction, or all 5 are affecting the rate of reaction. Maybe out of this 5, only 3 are affecting the rate of reaction. So that 3 is the X, which is actually affecting the rate of reaction. So this is called as rate law. So what is rate law? How do we define rate law? Rate law is the expression where rate of reaction is expressed in terms of reactants, each raised to power the stoichiometric coefficient on which the rate of reaction actually depends. Those stoichiometric coefficients may be equal to the coefficients in the balanced chemical equation or may not be. So, how do we represent this rate law, or how do we define? Rate law is an expression where rate of reaction is directly proportional to the product of concentration of reactants, each raised to power its stoichiometric coefficient. Which may or may not be equal to the coefficient in a balanced chemical equation. So this is called as rate law. Now here, if we remove this proportionality sign, then a constant will be introduced. So the equation will become rate is equal to K into A raised to power X into B raised to power Y. Now what is this K? K is the proportionality constant, which is also called as rate constant. So this rate constant, which depends on temperature, which varies with temperature. If you change the temperature of the reaction, K value will change. Otherwise, it is same for the entire reaction. Now, what is this X and Y? If we add these X and Y, we get another term which is called as order of a reaction. Now, one thing I want to mention here very clearly, that order of reaction, or you can say this X and Y, cannot be determined simply by looking at a balanced chemical equation. Simply by looking at the balanced chemical equation, we cannot mention it. I just want to give you an example. Say for example, this is an equation 2NH3 gas that gets decomposed, or that is undergoing thermal decomposition at temperature 1130 Kelvin and at high pressure. In presence of a catalyst, say it is platinum as a catalyst, we are getting nitrogen gas plus hydrogen gas, and if we balance it, it will be 3 here. So here, by observing the reaction, we can say that the stoichiometric coefficient for this reaction is supposed to be 2, but it is not 2, it is 0. So what is the rate law for this? It is found the rate law for this is K into concentration of ammonia raised to power 0. Rate is equal to K into, this is the rate law expression for this. So here you can see the stoichiometric coefficient in the balanced chemical equation is 2, but the actual coefficient in the, or the exponent here of the concentration of the reactant is 0. So the two are not same. So what I am trying to tell you here, simply by observing a balanced chemical equation, we cannot determine the actual stoichiometric coefficient, or you cannot determine the order of reaction. What is order of reaction? How do we define order of reaction? Order of reaction is the sum of order of reaction is sum of the powers of concentration of reactants expressed in the rate law. Rate law expression. So this is called as order of reaction. So one thing is very clear. Number one, order of reaction, what it is? That is, say for example, if this is the reaction, if for a reaction, rate law expression is like this. Rate is equal to A raised to power 2 and B raised to power 0. So what is the order of reaction? Order of reaction will be sum of the powers. So order of reaction of this reaction will be, that is 2 plus 0. So second order reaction. Similarly, say for example, if the rate law expression written for an equation is like this, A raised to power 1 and B raised to power half. So what is the order of reaction? Order of reaction for this is going to be 1 plus half. So it will be 1.5. So what I am trying to tell you here, that order of reaction can be 0 as we can observe here in this equation, or it can be 1, 2, or it may be fractional also. So order of reaction can be 0 as well as fractional also, or it can be 1, 2, 3. More than that is not so common, because order of reaction beyond 3 is going to be a complex reaction. What is a complex reaction? That we will discuss about later. Now I am starting with the next, that depending upon the order of reaction, we can have different units of rate constant. But before that, I just want to define the rate constant. How can we define rate constant? Say for example, if we write the rate law expression again, rate is equal to K into A raised to power X and B raised to power Y. Say this is 1 molar, this is also 1 molar. Then what will be rate constant? Rate will become equal to, rate constant will become equal to rate of reaction only. So that is how rate constant, there is another name given to rate constant. What is that another name? That is specific reaction rate. Now, what is this specific reaction rate? Or what is this rate constant? Rate constant is the rate of reaction when the concentration of all the reactants taken is 1 molar. So that is the definition of rate constant. Rate constant is rate of reaction when concentration of each of reactant is 1 molar. So that is how we can define the rate constant. Now moving to the next, that is order of reaction and the units. As I told that there are different order of reactions possible. That is, it may be 0 order, it may be first order, second order, third order, or it can be fractional also. Depending upon the order of reaction, we can have different units for the rate constant. How do we calculate the rate units for rate constant? If we write the rate law, it is K is equal to A raised to power X into B raised to power Y. Now say if X plus Y is equal to N, say N is the order of reaction. So according to that, the units will vary. So if we write K is equal to rate upon A raised to power X into B raised to power Y, or it will be equal to rate. What is the unit for rate? Rate is what? Concentration per unit time, change in concentration per unit time. So units of rate will be concentration divided by time taken for that change into, this is what? This is concentration only. So 1 upon concentration raised to power what? X plus Y is what? N. N is the order of reaction. So accordingly we can find out the units. So let's do it for the 0 order reaction. Say it is a 0 order reaction. So how do we find out the units of rate constant for a 0 order reaction? K is equal to concentration upon time. What is the unit for concentration? It is mole per liter per time. Time means second, into 1 upon concentration raised to power 0. Concentration raised to power 0. So that is how we can find out the order of reaction. So what is going to be? This concentration raised to power 0 is 1. So we can say that rate constant, or the units of rate constant, for a 0 order reaction is what it is? Mole per liter per second. So these are the units. Similarly, if we find out for first order reaction, what will be for the first order reaction? For the first order reaction, it is going to be K is equal to mole per liter per second into 1 upon concentration raised to power 1. 1 upon concentration raised to power 1. What is the unit of concentration? It is mole per liter. So we can say mole per liter divided by second into 1 upon mole per liter. So mole per liter cancelled and we are getting the unit second inverse. Similarly, we can find out the unit of second order reaction also. How do we do it? Say for the second order reaction, what it is going to be? K is equal to mole per liter divided by second into 1 upon concentration raised to power 2, or you can say concentration square. So it is going to be mole per liter divided by second into 1 upon mole square into liter minus 2. So now it is going to be what? What is the units? What it is going to be? It is going to be mole inverse. This will be cancelled. Now we are left with mole inverse liter second inverse. So these are the units for second order reaction. Similarly, we can find out for third order reaction also. So what type of questions are generally asked from this particular topic? It can be that you are given the rate law expression for a reaction. You are given a rate law expression for a reaction. Say for example, for a particular reaction, say if the reaction is A plus B gives C. So this is a reaction, and the rate law expression for this is given as rate is equal to A raised to power 1 and B raised to power 0. What is the order of reaction? Predict the order of reaction. So this is one type of question which can be asked. So here we should tell that the order of reaction is 1, because we know that sum of the powers is the order of reaction. So that is how we can do is. The other way of asking question is that you are given that for a particular reaction A plus B gives C. Say for this reaction the value of K is equal to 2 into 10 raised to power minus 4 liter per mole per second. Now here we should understand, we should predict the order of reaction. So here no rate law is given. So how to predict the rate of reaction? So that is, how to predict the order of reaction? That can be predicted just by observing the units of rate constant. What are the units of rate constant? It is corresponding to the second order reaction. So we can say the reaction is second order. So that is how we can determine the order of reaction, just by if these kind of hints are given to us, either the rate law or the value of K, then we can predict the order of reaction.